Hey everyone, my name is William Hanna. I'm a teacher at Thomas County Middle School in Thomasville, Georgia. I teach everything from robotics to 3D printing. I'm here today talking to you about the AI for Georgia project, specifically talking about the Neuron Sandbox activity and the Autonomous Sensors Expert activity. So, when thinking about why students should learn about AI, I really feel like it's important because it's so much a part of their everyday lives now, but also future possible careers. I can't think of situations where students aren't going to at least be exposed to AI in their current positions. So I want some students to have the edge and at least already understand the concepts of how it's being used and also pros and cons, societal impacts, of what AI can do for our work. So the lesson we taught today, we actually taught two, so I'm going to talk about each of them individually. For the first lesson we taught today was the Neuron Sandbox activity. The role of the Neuron Sandbox activity is to get students to think about A, how a neuron in a neural network functions. B, also an understanding that it's all math that controls a neural network. It's not just a magical program that suddenly comes up with your art project or comes up with your homework answer for you. It's all based on numbers and adding things up and summation, multiplication, different weights of importance, things like that. And for the other lesson we worked on, which was the robotic sensors expert, it's looking at how self-driving vehicles, autonomous robots use sensors and other information, looking for things that are working properly, improperly, testing knowledge and information. As far as how students respond to the Neuron Sandbox lesson, this lesson is very much a new challenge for them. They've never seen this material before. It's a lot of multiplication, applying concepts from other classes to create the idea of how a neuron in a neural network functions. It's students understanding that it's computation that controls a neural network and that it's not just magic. It's not just you type something in and something comes out that's an answer to the problem you typed in. It's that a calculation has to occur in order to make things happen and give you an answer. I think as teachers, we always expect things in our lesson to not go quite to plan. As far as what I saw that I adapted to, that I realized I wanted a copy of the worksheet up on the screen. So I realized I probably should pull that up, so I pulled it up and that way I was able to work through parts of it. A roadblock that I saw students having that we had to address was the fact that when they were looking at the chart that we gave them for Neuron Sandbox, some of them weren't making the connection that weight 1 went into the gap where it said W1. Or didn't make the connection when it said input 1 went into the gap that said input 1. So some students it helped to explicitly draw lines, show they went into this category, this column. Others you just had to help them through a couple examples and they understood the connection. I plan to follow up the Neuron Sandbox activity working with a website called CNN Neural Network Explainer. And that way we can see the application of how one neuron interacts in the frame of a neural network. Obviously, we just calculated one neuron, but that neural network explainer, I believe, has over 500,000 neurons to just identify what the image is that you're looking at. So showing scale of what we're doing. When I think about this course and how this course impacts students' AI understanding and their interest in these subjects, I think no matter what, students walk away with a better understanding of what AI is and how it's already around them. I think sometimes students think about AI as a very large abstract concept that they don't have anything to do with. But when you start talking about the fact that their TikTok feed and their YouTube feed are based on AI, suddenly it starts mattering more to them. So I feel like they at least come away with a better understanding. Some definitely walk away with a goal of creating and playing more with these tools. But I do think there's a level of understanding that all students walk away with. I think trying this lesson for the first time is familiarize yourself first. This is a lesson where just even the interface can be challenging. So letting yourself be familiar, making sure you understand how all the information connects together before you jump in with students can be really helpful. I also recommend practicing explaining it to someone before you go in because they no better way to learn than teach. So.